Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I was looking through my comments and there was one comment that really stood out to me. That was for the top 5 Showman variants video that I did. And my subscriber asked, well, can you make a top 5 favorite aircraft video and how you made it onto YouTube and how you got started? I can answer both those questions, but they have to be on 2 different videos because I don't really want to, take up too much of you guys' time. So today's video will be my top 5 favorite aircraft. Let's get to it. My number 5 is the XA-38 Grizzly, and I actually like this. I nicknamed it the Big Shot. Majority of people in my squadron, when I spawn up in the XA-38, I always say, okay guys, the Big Shot's on its way. And they know exactly what I mean because this thing has a 75mm MT cannon with 20 rounds at its disposal. So I just had something in my throat. And so the reason why this is my top 5 is because it's so satisfying to get kills with the 75. I do believe that the Germans do get a variant like this, but it has a smaller ammo capacity than the XA-38. And I played that plane. The name of it is eluding me at this point. I do apologize. But I do like the XA-38. I like the look of it. And just the look alone is why it is at my top 5. And also the performance of its M10 cannon. So the XA-38 is my number 5. At my number 4 is the Focke-Wulf 190A5. And you guys will notice one thing that is apparent on this aircraft is that I have the Red Baron skin, which I got on the Gaijin market. And I like this aircraft so much that I actually got this skin. The reason why I like it is because of the amount of guns that this Focke-Wulf 190 has at 4.7. And it has 2 MG151 cannons times 2. It has 2 20mm MG-FF-1s, and it has 2 7.9mm MG-17s. And the ammunition that you can get is universal air targets and air targets. And also you get 2 rockets as well. But with the rockets, it's a 1 pass, and that's it. So you have to learn how to aim really well in the A5. When you're playing this vehicle in combined arms, i.e. being ground forces, use this modification, universal armored targets or universal. And for this, use universal. Or you can do, air targets as you wish. With that being said, when you pass over a tank, use the rockets to go after the heavy armored, and use your machine guns or your cannons to take out, Hellcats, SPAAs, or anything that is lightly armored. And I've had so much fun in this, and this is why I love the Focke-Wulf 190A5. It is just a must-have, and it's non-premium too, So at my number 3 is my recent addition is the F-82E, the twin-engine Mustang. This would be a bit higher, but I've had so little experience in this aircraft. But again, that experience that I've had one hell of an experience. I'm still kind of sort of learning the playstyle of this F-82E. It's definitely a head-on beast. With its burst mass, yes, that these cannons, all these machine guns, these 50 cals can do, they can obliterate anything. Just don't try to stay too long behind a bomber, you will get, shredded. Its sturdy airframe can be pretty resilient to anything that is not, a 20mm cannon or 30mm cannon. With that being said, you don't really want to, turn and dogfight. You want to be a boom and zoom attacker. You want to retain as much energy as you can when you're going into a dive and pulling out. You want to be as tricky of a target as you can. And with that, all being said, the F-82E is my number 3 favorite aircraft. And here we are with my second favorite aircraft, which is the P-51D-20-NA. That is a mouthful. I'm just going to call this the 20NA, or the Canadian Mustang, because I am using a user skin. And if you guys are a fan of the channel, you guys will recognize this aircraft as my channel art, or my channel background, while I am flying the P-51D-20NA. I absolutely adore this aircraft. This was, I think, well, yeah, I think I got this aircraft during one of the login loot boxes that I got. I actually got this aircraft, and when I got it, I instantly fell in love. Just like the P-51, sorry, not P-51, the P-47 Thunderbolts that you've been accustomed to growing up, this does indeed have tracers. The only reason why I have ground targets is because I can have rockets, and I use this in air and ground combat. With having that flexibility, with it being a Mustang alone, being such an iconic aircraft, I love it. But as for premium, I would prefer going with the 5.0 P-51 or the X-82E that I previously mentioned. They'll fall better, especially the F-82 with the gun pod. But with that being said, you might say, oh, well, Prince, why isn't the F-82 as your second and your P-51D as your third? It's because I had more enjoyment out of the P-51 in recent months. So that is why the P-51D-20NA is my second top 5 favorite aircraft. Here we are at number 1. And isn't she beautiful with the Night Fighter camouflage? And she is, of course, the Hurricane Mark II-B TROP. And you might be saying, well, you went from a 4.7 down to a 2.0. Yes, it's because this was my first real aircraft in the game. This is when my feet actually got wet. And I have to credit one of my squadron mates, Commander Conquest, because he kept on hounding me to get into the aircraft. And when I first started War Thunder, I hated it. I hated the controls for the aircraft. But it slowly grew on me. I love it. And I remember grinding in the Hurricane Mark II-B TROP with my squadron. And I remember spawning in and actually helping out and getting close air support kills. And as soon as I use up all 6 of my rockets, I'm still in the air, you know, harassing the enemy, i.e. being spotting when I can, taking down enemy bombers, just doing anything I can just to be a nuisance. And I absolutely love the design of the Hurricane Mark II-B TROP, and I got almost all of the camouflage. The only one I'm missing is the 6th Squadron RAF. But that's okay, I prefer the Night Fighter camouflage anyways. Call me a bit of a dark humor, but you guys get my point. The thing with rockets in War Thunder, they fire tandem, meaning that 1 and 2, the 2 outer ones fire first, then it goes to the middle, and then it goes the closest to the fuselage. So essentially you have 3 different passes. So trying to aim with rockets is quite difficult, but it's so rewarding, just like the my top 5, my number 5 aircraft, the XA-38. It is so rewarding when you actually get kills with this aircraft. And this has such a soft spot for me because, again, this is one of my first aircrafts that I got in the game. So thank you so much to Crusader, who ultimately suggested this. As for your next comment that you posted about the joysticks, that will come at a later date. I'm probably going to get one of my other squadron mates or my silver mates to actually do that review properly. With that being said, I don't play War Thunder with joysticks whatsoever. I have a second one, which is the Logitech Attack 3, which is the predecessor to the one I have, which is the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. And so, if you guys want me to play War Thunder as a double joystick configuration for tanks, let me know, and I can do it as a challenge. As for the actual view, we'll probably play Elite Dangerous, because that's what normally that we play while using a joystick, and it is fantastic. So when that video does come up, please hit the bell notification so you guys get notified of that video and any upcoming videos. I do live stream every Sunday, so mark that down if you guys can. And don't forget to visit the Teespring shop down in the description down below. And remember, do not spawn camp. And whenever you guys get a kill, always say, "I am sorry," eh? Because every time you say that, it makes this Canadian Prince that much happier. So with that all being said, I'll see you guys next time.